What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. No purge reasons today, but we'll do it again. What I wanted to show you is a couple of things. Number one is under the hood. As you can see, we're nice and clean. On top of the hood. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or how well you'll be able to see this, but let's get her popping here. Got some water laying around. That's nice. Awesome. So this part down in here, it's right here. I think that's the way. Fucker. What's going on with that, but it's your Evap purge solenoid. Now mine's been 70,000 plus miles. This is the part number. This is the old one. It's got 10mm bolt here. And it's got the purge line, or the PCV line goes on here. And then it's got an electronic clip goes on here. And you see how dirty and all that is. It's got a little O-ring. Now, word of advice before you put the new one in is going to be to get a little bit of OW20 oil and rub on the O-ring and that plastic piece, and then push it in there. Otherwise, it's going to be a nightmare. And then you have to torque it. Okay, it's on there. It slides a little bit because it's got a little ring on there, but that's alright. Did that before. And that line goes up there. I don't know where that ends at, but the line I think still seems pretty good. I gotta take this wiring loom off and check it, but I think that line's alright. If not, I'll replace it. But yeah, you put that on there, and then what you're gonna want to do is torque it down to 89 inch-pounds, not foot-pounds. It's a 10mm socket or bolt, and you want to torque it down to 89 inch-pounds. Again, not foot-pounds, inch-pounds. So when you do that, what I'd recommend doing, it's just me, we had a little bit of rain last night, so I gotta clean that up, is taking your 10mm and taking your negative cable off, and then taking this box off. And this one doesn't want to stay on here no more. And taking the 10mm, taking that off, and taking the positive off. That must be stupid. I'll figure that out another time. And let them sit for a minute, and then take that apart and take it off and replace it. Now, there's no recommended time and all, but it does build up dirt and all, and it can throw off your air and fuel trims. Again, it's only a 10mm bolt. Just be careful, there is a washer back here. Don't let that fall off when you get loose enough. Just kind of pull the whole thing out. It'll pull out easy. This one pulled out easy. So you can see all the dirt and grime and all. It can get stuck open or closed. Can't remember how much it was. This is a genuine GM part. Okay. It's a genuine GM part. I have one for my wife, so I gotta do hers as well. Simple thing, but it can cause issues. So just make sure you do that. Again, it's 10mm, and then you're just gonna want to push. There's a clip here, and you're gonna want to push it, and it will come. It'll take a little bit of force sometimes. It doesn't like to come out on its own, but it will. You have to use a step stool or something, or whatever, but it'll come out. You take that line off, and then, I didn't say this before, but what I recommend doing is taking the 10mm out first, okay? Because the plug's on the back side, and with the throttle body and everything on here, I had the intake and everything off when I did it, just to have room. This is actually on the back side, so it's hard. You don't want to break that clip. It's got a red tab. You pull up just slightly. Just take a little screwdriver or a little knife or something. And it's got a little red tab. You pull up, and then that pulls out. But what I'd want to do, what I did, is I took this off first, pulled it out, and then I pulled. After I pulled the hose off, pull your PCV line off, and then after you get all that off and pull this out, then you're going to want to pull this tab and pull this right off. And maybe just put a little bit of dielectric grease on the plug before you plug it back in. And that goes with anything. Anything you unplug or do, put a little bit of dielectric grease on it before you put it back, and it'll help to keep corrosion at bay. It won't make it waterproof or corrosion proof, but it will help stave off corrosion every time you do that. So it's just another maintenance item. I cleaned under here, a little bit of water pulled here, but the rest of it was dried with a blower. Just clean it out, and but yeah, just do that every now and then. One guy said like 60,000 he'd do it. Mine is at 74,200 and something when I did this. So you can do it whenever. There's no set maintenance schedule for these things. So, you know, I don't know what to tell you when to do it. Whenever you think there might be an issue. But if you're having, there's codes for it, Evap codes. But you might get a P219A, which is fuel air trim imbalance or fuel air imbalance. That could be a cause of it, so just check that too. If you've checked your vacuum lines, no leaks. You checked your intake and all, and gaskets, no leaks. Most time it's leaks from the vacuum. It can be injectors, but it'll be hard starting if it's injectors. When an injector's leaking or malfunction, it'll be harder to start. So, you know, what else can a P219A? It can be a faulty MAF sensor. There's different things. It can be exhaust leak. So check all those things, but that's just another thing you can check. It can lead to that. It might be malfunction and not throwing a code, because not everything that malfunctions is going to throw a code. So sometimes it just takes a little digging. It can be frustrating, but just check those things. If you're not confident enough to do it, get a mechanic or somebody you trust to do it that knows what they're doing. But yeah, just a maintenance item. Of course, I got this thing on there. It sounds freaking awesome. Love this thing. So we'll go into more of that in another video. I might take the plug out because it's going to warm up next couple days. But yeah, just a maintenance item and all. And again, if you need a part number, throw it up here. That is the part number for GM. So I'm going to leave that open because I'm going to dry that off just a little bit after I'm done. So if you all like the videos, remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, hit notifications. Once we hit 100, doing a free giveaway. So keep that in mind, guys. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.